All right, hello there. This is a video of my 19, well, technically on the title it says 1973 Volkswagen Thing. This is the first video I'm doing on this channel because I just purchased this car and I'm going to dedicate this channel to my adventures of restoring it and having fun on all my little mini projects, because let me tell you, it needs some work. So a little background behind it. If you know some things about the VW Thing, which I didn't until I purchased this on a whim, it has a lot of features on it that make it look like a 1974 thing, like these little air duct things. But on the pink slip, the title, it says 73. So I don't know, it looks like it probably had some damage or repair or restoration work that wasn't exactly accurate, as well as like the heater system in there. And if we pop the hood or trunk or whatever you want to call that thing in the front, because the engine's in the back, it shows some 74 resemblances, but it says 1973 sure enough. So here's the deal. I bought this thing in San Diego a couple weeks ago for $5,000. I've noticed these things have really started to go up in price over the last 10 years or so. I've always wanted one as a younger kid, and I said, okay, I've got to finally get one. So it may look nice, and I just think the camera's doing it too much justice, but if you start looking, this thing is a complete rust bucket, and I should have known before I purchased it that it was originally from Michigan, and that's a big warning sign. I'm out here in California, and the car was originally taken out to California, but as I started uncovering this car, I found a lot of rust being the problem. So I just got the car back from my mechanic. I'll even open this up for you. I only have one hand. But let's see if we can get the engine in there. The engine could use some cleaning, but it runs great. And I just got it back from the mechanic. The only thing was one of the cylinders had low compression. So we tightened that up, did a few other little tune-ups on it, and it runs phenomenally well. Okay, so the engine is great, and that's good because I don't know much about engine work myself, but what this thing really needs is some body work. And you'll discover there's rust all over this thing. So part of the adventure I'm going to be going on is how to repair rust, how to weld, how to replace panels and stuff like that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of great resources online to show me how to do that and to get the parts needed. A lot of these things, like the doors, the side panels, the side rockers down there, are all things I can get. But I'm loving it. Even as a little rust bucket, I am loving it. So this is the intention here, is for this to just be a fun side project for me, to see how much I can do to restore it and just make it beautiful and have a blast with it. I mean, that's the goal, right? I could have spent $15,000 to get one that's perfect, or I can get a junker and just enjoy the process and then get to make videos about it. So here's an example of where we've got a lot of rust. This is on the left front side of the car, and it goes all the way through, and it's pretty bad. That was a pretty bummer. This is all me doing this, by the way. It was all concealed by the paint. It was just light bubbling, and I just touched it with a screwdriver and it all crumbled apart, which is a big bummer. So that's something that I'm going to have to learn how to do. And as of right now, from my research, it's either get a whole new panel or slice out the rust, weld a new one on, and make it look good. So that's going to be a big project, and we'll have some videos on that. But you'll notice there's rust. I got rust under the bottom, rust along here. Let's go ahead and open it up. The front half of our floor pans are looking good. That's some new surface rust that's just kind of come in that I can get rid of easily, because I was just exposing a little bit of the paint to see how bad the rust really is. But the back is pretty bad on each side. Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell here. You can see my shadow. It's actually a fiberglass. I'm gonna bring it over. Fiberglass replacement or what would you call that? You know, repair. So this is pretty bad. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a hole going all the way through. I don't want to get tetanus and cut myself, but then from here on, that's all fiberglass. So I got my work cut out for me in that. So I'm gonna just about wrap up this first video, and I'll say that I've already gotten some fun little cosmetic parts for it. New side view mirrors, and we're gonna go into the garage. I got the seats, the back seats. This is the bottom of it, and then right there, I don't have windows. These are the original windows. They're junk. I'm gonna have to get new ones of those, and a few other little parts. Like I didn't have a horn, so I got a horn, and fun little hardware and stuff like that. One thing I did get that was really cool, sorry for the jerkiness of the camera, was I got all new hardware for everything. So from the steering column to the door hinges to the hood to the bumper, all new hardware that I can put on it and make it look a little nicer and snazzier, get rid of all the rusty stuff. I also got new floor mats and a few other little goodies that we'll be playing with and putting on the car. I'll be piece by piece repairing the rust. It's going to be a long process, but I'll make videos about it. Videos of me driving this thing around, having a blast, and want to share that with you. Again, I'm not doing this as a tutorial to show you I'm the expert, here's how it's done. I'm doing it to document a journey. I'm going to be making a lot of mistakes. There's going to be a lot of people going, oh, what's he doing? He's doing it wrong. And I'm going to be like, yep, probably. But I said, hey, why not? Last thing, I just sanded down a first primer coat on a glove box door, which I don't think was a stock item, but I guess this guy got one made at one point. It's got a locking mechanism and a whole hinge here for the glove box. So a fun little side project just to make that look nice. And I love this thing. As ugly as it is, to me it just looks beautiful. So if you have any questions, comments, want to see any specific videos, I mean, geez, you got more rust right here. Oops, let me do that again, right there. It just adds up. A lot of rust, but it's going to be fun. So hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll go into some more specifics later. Any requests you have for videos, let me know. Take care.